Right now, you're probably one swipe away from your next date. Reading bios, filtering by height. This is how modern humans find a partner. But for 99% of human history, there were no apps. And the system your ancestors used instead? It's still running inside you. And it's more accurate than any algorithm ever built. Most people assume language has always been with us. The best estimates place full grammatical speech somewhere between 100,000 and 50,000 years ago. Before that, our ancestors lived with grunts, gestures, calls, and emotional sounds. Choosing the wrong partner in the ancient world wasn't a bad weekend. It was a death sentence. A weak mate meant weaker children. Weaker children meant a bloodline that didn't survive winter. So imagine standing in a hunter-gatherer camp 80,000 years ago. You see someone across the fire. You feel something, but you can't ask their name. You have moments, maybe seconds, to decide. How? Not with words, with everything else. Before language could carry information, the body did. Humans evolved to read each other constantly. Facial symmetry, skin condition, the brightness of someone's eyes, the way they moved when they walked. These weren't shallow details, they were biological reports. Symmetry suggested stable development, clear skin suggested no chronic illness, a steady gait suggested a body that could hunt, run, and survive winter. Your ancestors didn't know any of this consciously. They just felt something, a pull, an interest, a warmth in the chest. That feeling is not random. That feeling is the oldest information system humans ever built. And it was running long before words existed. You still use it. Every time you see someone and feel that instant flicker of attention before you've heard them speak, that's a 300,000-year-old program lighting up inside you. But appearance was only the first filter. The real test came next. Because a face only tells you so much. To survive in the ancient world, you needed a partner who could actually do things. Around the fire, in the daily life of the camp, your ancestors were watching each other constantly. Who shared food when nobody was forcing them? Who calmed crying children? Who stayed steady during a crisis? Who took risks for the group and who disappeared when things got hard? This was the real audition. Not what someone looked like, but how they behaved when they didn't know they were being judged. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies have found this pattern over and over. Generosity is one of the most attractive traits a person can display. Courage matters. Skill matters. The way someone treats the weakest member of the group matters more than almost anything else. Dance and rhythm may have been part of this test too. Across nearly every traditional culture ever documented, dance plays a role in courtship. But behavior wasn't the deepest layer. Underneath all of it was something invisible, something your body has been doing your whole life without your permission. You can smell genetic compatibility. In 1995, a Swiss biologist named Klaus Wedekind ran what became known as the sweaty t-shirt study. He had men wear plain t-shirts for 2 nights with no soap, no cologne, no scented anything. Then he asked women to smell the shirts and rate which scents they found most attractive. The results were extraordinary. Women consistently preferred the scent of men whose immune system genes, a region called the MHC, were most different from their own. They had no idea what they were smelling. They just knew which shirts felt right. Your body, through scent alone, can detect genetic information. But here's the part that should disturb you. Later research found that hormonal birth control can flip this entirely. Women on the pill tended to prefer men with similar immune genes instead of different ones. The same women, off the pill, often felt their attraction shift, sometimes after they were already married. Some scientists believe this may be one of the hidden forces behind modern relationship breakdowns nobody can quite explain. Your ancestors didn't need a DNA test, they had a nose. And that nose was running compatibility checks every time someone walked past them in the firelight. And the evidence that ancient humans took partnership seriously isn't just biological. It's written in the ground. Archaeologists have uncovered burial sites tens of thousands of years old, where two people were laid to rest carefully beside each other, sometimes holding hands, sometimes wearing matching ornaments made of shell and bone. In one famous site in Italy, two young people were buried together around 11,000 years ago, surrounded by hundreds of tiny beads that would have taken months of work to create. Someone took the time to bury them together. Someone believed they belonged together, even in death. And the oldest jewelry we've ever found, pierced shells and ochre-stained beads, may have been the original status signals. Long before profile pictures, long before flirting messages, people were already trying to be seen. So the next time you open a dating app, remember what's actually happening. You're not using a new system. You're running an ancient one through a modern interface. Your eyes are scanning for symmetry. Your gut is scanning for behavior. Your nose, if you ever meet in person, will quietly run a genetic compatibility check. Every swipe is your 300,000-year-old brain doing exactly what it did around the fire. The algorithm was never in the app. It was always in you. If this changed the way you see attraction, hit subscribe. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt that instant pull toward someone before they even spoke? Because honestly, after making this video, I'm convinced none of us ever really chose with our minds at all. I'll see you in the next one.